Our sport prides itself on our families. In addition to a community event with the best skiers in the world performing, we at King of Darkness want to take a second to appreciate our good fortune, to recognize that many in life have hurdles to overcome, and recognize that by working together and not apart, by way of inclusion of all, we become better as a community.
Yeah, so we're fortunate tonight to have with us one of the most prolific adaptive sport athletes in the history of any sport, Chris Waddell. And we talked to Chris earlier, but he suffered a spinal injury many years ago, and after that he decided he wanted to overcome his injury and kind of demonstrate to the world that he can still achieve well, the same, if not more, than most people, certainly more than myself. And part of that effort was to do something very symbolic, and he actually ended up climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, and we have some footage of that to show you now.
Just one more quick accolade we could have had to Chris, just to, I think this is a pretty neat stat. He was also one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world, so says People magazine. So eyes on the screen for a video about Chris.
Yeah, just one.
Just one, 2 of them.
Okay. Let's just keep going.
I don't look at a disabled person and say that person's disabled. I look at a disabled person and say, what can they do? They can do a lot.
When he said he was going to climb Kilimanjaro, I thought, well, how are you going to do that?
And so with the new leg, will you be ready?
I wish. I wish you were going to.
Yeah, you'll be ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a huge challenge, but of all the mountains that you can choose from out there, it seems like Kilimanjaro is probably the right one.
It's steep, high.
And what I've been trying to encourage him to do is to accept the way he is now.
Chris, thank you, sir.
I mean, some of us put goals out there that are so easy to achieve that we never fail. Chris puts goals out there that are extremely difficult, that have aspects you could fail at.
It's a public attempt at this mountain. It's a public attempt to make a statement.
Awesome, just really great stuff, really inspiring. And I'm fortunate enough to be sitting here with Chris. Chris, that was a really great video. We've been chatting a little bit, and really inspirational stuff. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Good? Okay. So my foundation, our mission is to turn perception of disability upside down. I couldn't think of a better way than going to Africa and trying to climb the tallest mountain in Africa, because that picture of somebody in a wheelchair doesn't fit with the picture of somebody on the top of a 19,000-foot mountain. We do a variety of things. Actually, yesterday I was at Sunridge Middle School and did our program that's called Name Tags. It looks at the labels we put on ourselves and others, which are really our reasons to stop, our excuses in life. And so trying to teach the kids resilience. Our motto is intentionally universal. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do. It's what happens to you as an athlete. There is no such thing as a perfect run, right? I mean, it's really what can you bring to whatever mistake you've made to make it better. And so that's what we're trying to instill in these kids, and certainly we appreciate all the support here.
Yeah, and absolutely. And as I said, just meeting you, it's been pretty inspirational. And just that message, I think, really resonates home with a lot of people. And it's really great stuff. We're really happy to have you here.
Thanks so much. I'm happy to be here. I better learn how to water ski between now and next year. Maybe I can come back.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get you out there and on the water. And speaking of that, if we look out on the water from the north end of the lake, we have our adaptive world skiing champion, Chad Guzman. But before we meet Chad, let's see him on the big screen. We'll watch him on the big screen later. Let's have him look at him out on the water. So out on his sit ski, slalom skiing. Now, adaptive skiers do have the option of going around a narrow set of buoys. Not Chad, going around the outside slalom buoys in that sit ski, 6 buoys through the course. As I said, he is our adaptive world water ski champion. Eyes to the big screen. Learn a little bit more about Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad Guzman, and I'm from Arizona. I'm the current world record holder for slalom skiing, and I'm also on the U.S. world team going to Norway next year. And I'm very excited to ski in front of this big crowd tonight. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, so Chad Guzman there running that first pass, and it's pretty exciting stuff. And Chad actually does all 3 events. He slalom, tricks, and jumps. He actually asked if he could jump tonight, but he wanted to jump under the lights. And I don't know if he bought his jump equipment, but I'd like to put in a word, maybe at the end, if we could let him jump under the lights. What do you reckon, Steve?
I think if you and I
the
say
insurance
that
for that?
I think if we say it's happening enough, we'll make it happen. So I did have a very unique experience this year of getting an opportunity to go out and actually getting to ride a sit ski, which is the type of ski that Chad's riding. And it's incredibly difficult. He's lower to the ground. He's not able to generate as much leverage, and still able to go out there, run the slalom course. And we just talked about, he's sort of proving that message. It's not about what happens, it's about what you do. And he's out there living his life and ripping it up on the slalom course.
You know what he looks like? He looks like Mike Shaylander, something from the 1980s, the way he's slam dunking those turns. It's a blast from the past.
Getting a little bit late there at ball number 5, not able to get around number 6, but just excellent skiing and such a great demonstration of the amazing talent that we have in our adaptive water ski community. Continuing to show the different types of skiing. We've seen slalom skiing, trick skiing, jump skiing. We just saw adaptive sit skiing.